Alright, today I tried this out, or actually I tried it out back when I did my test, and this game is actually working fine right now. It pretty much doesn't tax my CPU at all. I have it on basically max settings. There are some things I turned off just because I don't like them. I don't like bloom, depth of field, or motion blur. Those really mess with me. Ambient occlusion as well, I turned off. Fog doesn't really matter, but everything else is on, for the most part. So what I did is I loaded up Cheat Engine. I put the game on ultra hard. Ultra hard. I think the required level is like, or the recommended level is like level 20, and right now in the game the max level is 18. You take a ridiculous amount of damage. It's not terribly fun. The armor seems like it's harder to break too. It's just kind of a mess. So what I did is I put on passives to enable all the. I put on Cheat Engine codes to enable all the passives, and then I also enabled ground special moves, which means that I can use ground-only special moves in the air. So I think I'm going to do at least one run today. This is the level I've been choosing. One of the problems with maximization in this game is pretty much all the levels have some kind of random element in terms of which officers spawn, so you very rarely get the exact same map twice. Also, the actual map that the level spawns on is random too, and sometimes that can greatly affect whether you're capable of getting an S rank or not. Sometimes the peons won't actually spawn. It's not like you can't get an S rank, but it can be significantly more annoying depending on what map you get. So I've been doing this one just because it's fun. It's a short, like, little 10-minute battle. The only annoying thing about it is 2 cutscenes, but that's basically it. So let's play with Luffy first, and then I'll do Sanji. Actually, also the DLC is supposed to be out, I believe, within the next month. I don't remember the character's name, Charlotte and Chocolate or whatever. I don't know anything about One Piece, but those 2 characters are coming in the first pack, and I assume there will be some other content to go with it, or at least I hope so, because there's not really... I don't really have anything else left to do in this game. I have the 3 multiplayer levels, which I'll probably just use the same setup for to finish those, and I have all the coins in the game. It's pretty much just grinding crew levels and stuff at that point, which I don't particularly care about. It's mostly just NPCs. I have a couple playable characters, which I'll probably get around to when they add more content, and then literally everybody else is an NPC. That's not really fun to grind out, obviously. So you can use Gum Gum Storm in the air, which is really fun. Gives a mid-air launcher. That explosive fart move actually has a pretty generous hitbox. So even though it's not supposed to be used in the air, it still works. So I guess the whole time I had a computer capable of running this, but I had some kind of bottleneck. I don't know what it was exactly. I don't really care at this point. What matters is that it's fixed. I've had a bottleneck with components in my computer before. I just wasn't aware that that was what was causing my problems in games this whole time.
俺今急いでんだ。よし、こっちよ。逃がしてあげる。ついてきて。ここ。早くトラを助けに行かねえと。出口どこだ。
Cutscenes really disrupt the flow, but otherwise this is one of my favorite levels in the game. Explosive fart's doing work. I keep forgetting what it's called. I just call it an explosive fart. I'm gonna try to go fresh rank, so be on farm for a little bit. You can tell how things are like still a challenge even with all the passives on. like the passives they're not useless, but they don't really help that much. It's just a lot of the ones that you would take just to have more fun with the game, there's no room for them because they take up too many slots. Whereas the slots that actually impact your damage take up only one slot each, which is Cheat Death and Undying and Full Force Burst Enhancement. Those take up like nothing. It makes no sense, really.
の筋合いでお前が俺を助ける。さっき同じリングに立っただけだ。同じリングで拳を交わすから戦友だべ。トランクサックも夏は見捨てねえ。ルフィ先輩のお役に立てたんなら光栄至極だべ。
See how much having a Gum Gum Storm enabled in the air is really makes this character more fun. Where is he? He's like not here. I guess it's above. Elevation is never really shown well on the map in this game. That was fun. Now let's do Masaji. Nice little 8 to 10 minute map. I went a little slow there towards the end. So there's where it says on the lower right hand corner, recommended level is 20, so hopefully the DLC won't just be a bunch of extra characters, because most of us cleared this game within the first week. It's a pretty easy game to plow through. It really doesn't take that much time. It'd be nice if they had something else. This is really the only indication we have that there might be a little bit something more to it. Alright, round 2.
ここまで強いなんて。
隠しても人気を取るか。
So I didn't change anything. This is unedited, so I'm using the exact same cheat engine codes as I was with Luffy on the last run. Also, this is a map that Sanji can actually be playable on. There's no enemies that he can't fight here, so that helps too. A little peon farming here, just like the last run. I still don't know why they made Sanji a sky type, and then like almost all of his Muso attacks except 2 are ground only. So when you're in burst mode, you literally cannot use them at all, and his aerial ones are not that great. One of them requires the boss to be staggered, or the officer to be staggered, and the other one has a really poor hitbox, and it only hits once. So against shielded enemies like officers or generics, it basically does nothing. One of the many questionable design decisions in this game. All they would have to do is tweak the hitbox data, and they could probably make a lot more of the moves work. Marco's a good example as well. He was one of the first characters I tried because his only good aerial Muso is ground only for whatever reason. But unfortunately, the hitbox does not work in the air. So, no fun allowed with him.
戦いたくねえけど、これがお前の覚悟なんだな。
俺にも貫くべき筋が。お前を倒して幹部になると決めたんだ。だったら全力でやってやる。大会優勝も暗殺も失敗してくれるざまだ。俺は何も変わらねえな。
変わったよ。
麦わら暗殺に失敗したらしいから。あんたには消えてもらう。ディアマンテ様の指示だ。
お前さっきのやつ誰だか知らねえけど助かる。役に立たねえな。俺が直々に消してやる。
Alright, there's this rank. It's clear. Clean run. This map is a lot of fun. This is like my map when I just want to turn this game on and play and not worry about gimmicks or the dream log spawning really long maps. Unfortunately, ultra hard without all the abilities on, it feels incredibly artificial. As you saw at the beginning of both of these runs, before I get the defense buffs and stuff, like they can just take off like 30% of your health bar off screen. I don't really think you're intended to do ultra hard. I mean, it's obviously possible. It's just not very fun. You would have to play the game far more cautiously, or use the characters with really good Muso attacks like Zaro and some of the other characters that can clear rooms pretty efficiently. It's probably not too bad with them, but this game is pretty poorly balanced, so characters like Sanji, who already struggle as it is in the base game, would struggle more in ultra hard just because of how much the stats get ballooned and everything. PSO2 is kind of the same way. The stats definitely get ballooned a lot in that game too. I hope that they'll increase the level cap. My main hope is that maybe they'll add some more maps, and maybe they'll add more passives. Obviously, the new characters will come with passives, but I hope that they will add more just in general, and that they'll also add more skill points. I think one of the problems is that 6 skill points is not enough when some things cost 2 or even 3, and a lot of the things you'd actually be interested in taking, like the ones that make you invincible during certain types of moves and things like that, it's too hard to fit them into a build when you have a bunch of other things that pretty much every character needs to have, like cheat death, undying, full force enhancement, and stuff like that. I hope that's something that will be addressed. That's why I like putting equip all skills on. You can see how it's still challenging with it on. A lot of the passives don't really do much of anything. Some of them just kind of give you iframes, like I said, or they provide minuscule damage bonuses, but you can actually max out your damage bonus quite quickly just with like cheat death and hero strength. That's pretty much all you need. So I don't know why they restrict your build so much when they make it so easy to max out your damage just by getting 500 KOs with hero strength on and then having cheat death on too. You pretty much max it at that point, so it just makes the game more fun for me. I have a bunch of other characters I might do this with as well. Marco's kind of struggled here because his only good aerial Muso does not have a hitbox when he uses cheat engine code at all, but I might do one with him anyway. Cavendish, I don't really think he benefits from much of anything, but it might make him a little bit more fun. I'll have to see. Don't really play anybody in here. Lucci I will do, Reiju, Carrot, probably him, and one of these guys, probably the red one. I need to max him out. And yeah, we'll go from there. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys like my little cheat engine. It's kind of a way to put some more replay value into this game, but once you get past the dream log, there's not really a whole lot to do besides just grind for the sake of grinding. I know on PS4 there's actually a lot of people that play online, but on the PC version the online died within like the first week, so I don't have access to that kind of replay value in terms of like playing with friends and competing and stuff, and so this kind of makes things more fun for me. There's also an attack speed cheat, which I might start messing around with too, now that the game's running smoothly. But we'll see what happens. I know that there's supposed to be the first DLC pack supposed to be out within a month, I think, so hopefully they'll add some of the things I mentioned and give this game a breath of life. I feel like they took too long to put out these characters when most people got the platinum in like a week. I think it took me like a week and a half or 2 weeks, and that was playing pretty intensely, but not always specifically grinding or going for the trophies. I don't think it will revitalize the game's online population, but at least it will give people a reason to go back. Hopefully they'll do a little bit more than we're thinking. Thanks for watching.